The honourable member for Don Valley East.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I am pleased to rise today to speak on Bill C-79, an act to implement the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership between Canada, Australia, Brunei, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, and Vietnam. What does this bill do? Bill C-79 would implement the CPTPP that was signed at San Diego on March 8, 2018. And C-79 makes all legislative changes required to ratify the CPTPP. The CPTPP will benefit a wide range of sectors and industries across Canada, from beef and barley to forestry products and seafood. The agreement will enhance the competitiveness of businesses and services while protecting and preserving our unique culture. Through this agreement, we are improving market access for Canadian businesses and bringing economic prosperity to Canadians. We are ensuring real progress. And in my riding of Don Valley East, the many businesses that I met over the summer through my meets and greets and coffee meets are thrilled that we are diversifying our markets. They believe that it's long time in coming. So I'd like to provide a brief background on this bill. The CPTPP is one of the largest free trade agreements in the world, comprising of 11 countries. The CPTPP was concluded on January 23rd and signed on March 8th. The parties are now undertaking their respective domestic procedures for ratification and implementation before the agreement can enter into force. And the CPTPP represents a trading bloc of 495 million people and a combined GDP of $13.5 trillion, or 13.5% of the global GDP. In light of all these positive benefits that will accrue to Canada, our government is committed to the swift ratification and implementation of the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership. Why? Because this trade agreement will open up markets of an additional 500 million consumers, approximately 15 times the population of Canada. And this is positive because it also represents a combined GDP of $13.5 trillion, or 13.5% of the global GDP. What does this mean for businesses? In my riding, business people are keen to see the progress and how it will benefit them and the people that they employ. So to them and to all business interested in this agreement will provide a preferential market access for Canadian exporters to key markets in the Asia-Pacific region. It'll provide additional market access that Canada has with the existing FTA partners, Chile, Mexico, Peru. It'll add valuable new market access opportunities in Australia, Brunei, Japan, Malaysia, New Zealand, Singapore, and Vietnam. It will level the playing field for Canadian businesses competing in markets where other countries already have FTAs, and in some cases will create a first-mover advantage over other foreign competitors, especially in the Japanese market. Through the CPTPP, our government is signaling that it is working hard to diversify trade so that the middle class can compete and win on the world stage. Here are some of the examples which the CPTPP will benefit. In the agriculture sector, when CPTPP enters into force, more than 3/4 of the agriculture and agri-food products will benefit from immediate duty-free treatment, with tariffs on many other products to be phased out gradually. This will create new markets for Canadian pork, beef, pulses, fruit and vegetables, malt, grains, cereals, animal feed, maple syrup, wines and spirits, and processed goods. This is a win-win. And in my riding, the businesses are very, very keen on it. In the fish and seafood area, CPTPP will eliminate 100% of tariffs on Canadian fish and seafood products. The vast majority of tariffs will be eliminated immediately, while a small number will be phased out over periods of up to 15 years. Tariff elimination will make Canadian exports of a wide range of products such as salmon, snow crab, herring, roe, lobster, shrimp, sea urchins, and oysters more competitive. This is real progress for our fishing industry. In the area of industrial goods, under the CPTPP, 100% of tariffs on industrial goods and consumer products will be eliminated. The majority of Canadian industrial goods exported to CPTPP countries will be duty-free immediately upon entry into force of the agreement, with most remaining tariffs on industrial goods to be eliminated within 10 years. Another win for all Canadians. In the forestry and value-added wood products area, CPTPP will eliminate tariffs on all Canadian exports of forestry and value-added wood products. Many tariffs will be eliminated immediately upon entry into force of this agreement, while others will be phased out over periods of up to 15 years. Majority of the businesses in my riding are either in the service industry, in the investment, or government procurement. So in the service industry, the CPTPP will provide Canadian service suppliers with more secure access through greater transparency and predictability in the dynamic CPTPP region. This is important because governance issues and transparency issues are one of the reasons, as I've been traveling across the Commonwealth countries, for example, these are the issues that prevent our investors from going in there. And so this area will be very, very critical for businesses to look at before they go into different countries. And I have many innovative firms in my riding who provide excellent high-paying jobs, and they are looking to ensure that this portion of the agreement for services, where it provides transparency and predictability, is very strongly adhered to. In the investment area, Canadian investors in the CPTPP will benefit from a comprehensive set of investment protection provisions, including against expropriation and denial of justice, backed by a robust mechanism for the resolution of investment disputes. And that is critical for Canadian companies as well, because as we go around the globe, people are a little reticent to invest when they do not know what the investment climate is, or where there will be nationalization or any such thing. In the area of government procurement, the CPTPP will create significant commercial opportunities for Canadian companies in the area of government procurement by improving upon existing access for Canadian businesses in Chile and Peru, and creating new opportunities in Australia, Brunei, Malaysia, and Vietnam. This will allow Canadian companies to compete equally with domestic suppliers in these markets for contracts involving covered goods, services, and construction services. There are also non-tariff measures that will be advantageous to Canadian businesses. New rights and obligations regarding sanitary and phytosanitary measures. And this is what we faced when we went into the agriculture and agro-food industries in India. And for the SMEs who are job creators in Canada, the CPTPP is good news, The CPTPP will make it easier for Canadians' SMEs to explore and navigate the markets. Madam Speaker, there are so many reasons for this House to support the passing of this bill, and you're standing up, so I'll sit down. Thank you, Madam Speaker.